Hi, welcome to Weekend Box Office Predictions and Movie Review. I am the Box Office Wizard, and for today's show, I'm going to give you an update on the numbers from last weekend for Beat the Expert and see how I did on my predictions compared to the other experts. Also, give predictions for this weekend's coming box office. It's going to be a big weekend as well. Also, movie news on J.J. Abrams, and also quick segment, bottom of the barrel on Warcraft. So let's go ahead and get into the numbers from last weekend. For the week in Beat the Expert, I actually came in second. First place was Box Office Mojo at 81.7%. I came in at second at 80%. Third was Box Office Pro at 78.2%. And Box Office Profits came in at a dead last at 67.4%. Overall, it's a 2-week total now at for the year so far. Fourth place is Box Office Profits at 72.1%. Third place is Box Office Pro at 79.5%. Box Office Mojo is at 80%, and I am in first at 82.1%. Okay, so what you're wondering what those percentages are, if you're new to the show, that is the accuracy rate based on the dollar amount for the movies that I do predict and what the other experts do. In case you don't know where those numbers come from, I actually get them from websites of these individuals, Box Office Mojo, Box Office Pro, and also Box Office Profits. So I actually had that question asked to me, and I was wondering if it was just videos or if it was actually websites. So that's where I get them from, and then I actually will input those into a spreadsheet, and that's how I get my accuracy or percentages and accuracy. So hey, predictions. It's going to be a 4-day weekend for me. I hope the other experts are doing 4 days too with the holiday on Monday. So last weekend was exciting. It's a good reason why I like to do actual numbers and not the estimates. If you had checked out the estimates and didn't bother to follow up, Hidden Figures actually was in second on the estimates, and it finished in first when the actual numbers came out. So that's why I do the actual numbers on my show. So when I do report them, it might be a day later, but that's why. So no surprise, Hidden Figures is going to have another big weekend coming up here. A little hard to predict with it as big as it did last weekend. I don't really see it dropping very much at all. That would be for a 3-day weekend, because my number is actually 23.1 million, which is actually higher than last weekend. I don't see it dropping more than 10-15% if it does even at all, just based on the 3-day weekend numbers, which was around 22 million. So my prediction though is 23.1 million. Definitely be number one next weekend. So if you've seen it, let me know what your thoughts are on it. But the Women of NASA, this movie is just exploding. Continue to get positive word of mouth with it. A+ everywhere on all the scores. Haven't seen a bad review on it yet. So second place would be Patriots Day. I'm going to put it in at 20.8 million for the 4-day weekend. In case you know what this movie's about, the has to do with the Boston Marathon bombing. So Mark Wahlberg's in it as well. So that is one that, you know, lots of these movies you see as TV movies. Now we're seeing them as big cinema movies like Deepwater Horizon, and this as well, which actually Mark Wahlberg starred in both of them. So going to be interested to see how this does. Not sure if it's the best time of year to be playing it. I was thinking more maybe spring or even April, but we'll just have to wait and see how it does. So third place would be Rogue One. It's going to drop another spot. I'm going to put it in at 15.8 million. It's continuing to have a great run, still pushing towards that $1 billion mark globally. Next will be Sing. I'm going to put it in at 15.7 million. La La Land will be next. I'm going to put it in at 14.8 million. So a good chance if Sing slips a little bit more that La La Land will slide up into the number 4 spot. Add more theaters. Actually, you could even do bigger numbers than what's anticipated, but I think it's been out long enough where it's still going to do very well, but I just think it will settle down here a little bit. So next would be, I'm going to put Underworld in at 8.4 million. I really hope this movie has a better second weekend than it did in its debut. But it's just going to be hard to see. There's just a lot of new movies coming out this weekend. But with the 4-day weekend, that may help it a little bit. So, and then a tight race between the next 4 movies. All brand new movies. I'm not really impressed with any of them except Bye Bye Man, which I'm going to put next at 7.1 million. And, the others, Live by Night, I'm going to put at 6.8 million. Sleepless, I'm going to put at 6.8 million as well. And rounding out the top 10 is Monster Trucks which just looks like a disaster in the making. I'm going to give it 6.4 million. So, movie news. Excuse me. J.J. Abrams actually came out in a recent article, according to the playlist, and says that he is actually done doing reboots and remake movies. He basically just says that he's done a lot of them. He's just ready to change his focus, and he actually just wants to do original screenplays and original ideas, and just go in that direction from this point forward. He said he'd be happy to have people remake or reboot movies that he's done, 20, 30 years down the line. So it's kind of interesting take on it. So let me know what your thoughts are on him. If you've liked what he's done so far with a lot of remakes, or if he's actually doing if he's taken a positive step in his career. So bottom of the barrel, I decided to go with Warcraft this week. What bottom of the barrel is, in case you don't know, I actually just it's something I recently started that's new. Kind of review movies that have been out recently. Kind of give you an update on where they finished and how they did. For Warcraft, it actually finished, only made $47.4 million here in the U.S. It did finish though with $386 million overseas for a total of $434 million worldwide. So this movie just did phenomenally overseas. Big market was China, obviously, but question for you guys is, why do you think this happened? Why was it so poor here in the U.S., but yet it did so well overseas, even if you take China out of the mix? So let me know your thoughts. I'll do a follow-up on Monday if I get some comments. I'm actually going to watch this movie this weekend. I did get it for Christmas. Haven't had a chance to watch it yet, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to report what my thoughts are on it as well. That'll help me tie a little bit better on the question I'm asking of why. So, hey, that's it for today's show. Get your predictions in. Put those in the comments below. And I'll be back on Tuesday giving you predictions you can count on. They're better than the weatherman. Take care.